I think he's, one of the greatest of all time. I think he's incredible. I don't think he's the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world. For anybody to call Islam the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world when John Jones is still fucking fighting is nuts and shouldn't be ranking in the pound-for-pound or doing any of the fucking rankings ever, if that's what you really think. John Jones has never lost a fight, ever. He's fought all the baddest dudes in the world. And then when you think about what pound-for-pound rankings really mean, he moved it up to heavyweight and destroyed the best guy in the world. As long as John Jones is still fighting, active, and in the rankings, yeah, nobody's pound-for-pound best fighter in the world.
Dana White is delusional about John Jones. He is just 100% wrong. And this is such a terrible statement from Dana. Like, I was really surprised that he said this. And as Islam himself said, he should maybe thank Islam for saving the card, because the card, aside from the main event, was kind of mid. And I'm going to talk about why John Jones is not the number one pound-for-pound fighter and why he will never be the GOAT. He will never surpass GSP in my opinion, and I'll tell you why in this video. First of all, he lost to Dominic Reyes, and he went to a split decision with Thiago Santos, and he cheated in every single fight of his career. Like, every single fight, John Jones was cheating, like poking his opponent's eye or something. Just Jones being Jones,
Jones put his finger in his eye, dirtiest fighter in MMA.
And then for me, the most important reason why he can never be the GOAT is the amount of positive tests that he has. He tested positive like 3 or 4 times, but what does that really mean? That means that he got caught 3 or 4 times. Listen, man, if you believe John Jones has been clean in all the fights that haven't been overturned or where he hasn't tested positive, you're delusional. You know John Jones has taken a lot more PEDs than USADA has busted him for, and I also know that. I mean, there were also some very shady deals with Jones, just like moving an entire pay-per-view because Jones tested positive, but in one state he did not test positive. Like, it's all bullshit. Come on, man. Like, Jones is a cheater in the octagon and outside the octagon. There's a reason he was hiding under the octagon when they did a drug test. So has Jones ever been clean? I'm wondering about that. I'm really wondering about. Honestly, I think he probably has been clean against like Dominic Reyes, Thiago Santos, and Anthony Smith, but those are all fights where he didn't look too good. Okay, fair enough. He looked good against Anthony Smith, but Anthony Smith is not exactly a killer. Okay, Jones probably he hasn't been natty. Okay, he's probably been lying. What do you mean, bro? Not even probably, like straight up. He got caught often enough. I think he's the guy who has the most positive tests in the UFC. Probably, like, congratulations on that. And let's just say, okay, everything I'm saying is bullshit, which a lot of you will think right now and rush to the comments to say, yeah, everything you say is bullshit, whatever. Let's just say, okay, screw the drugs. We don't care about it. We don't care about the PEDs. We don't care about the cheating. John Jones is the GOAT, and he should be number one pound for pound. Why? What has John Jones done in the last years? What has John Jones done in the last years to be the number one pound for pound guy? Pound for pound means current, not all time, okay? If you think Jones is better than Islam Makhachev all time, fair enough. I disagree, but I understand why you'd think so. But pound for pound is right now. Otherwise, if you believe Jones is the GOAT, Jones would be on the pound for pound list even when he's 60 years old. And now, people complaining about Jones not being number one makes no sense. When Volk was number one pound for pound, no one had a problem with it. But what has John Jones actually done in the last few years? He has beaten Cyril Gane and Dominic Reyes. Now let's look at Islam Makhachev's last 4 years, okay? What has Islam Makhachev done ever since Jones beat Reyes and Gane? And he lost to Gane, as I already said. The judges just got it wrong. I don't care what a piece of paper says. I saw what I saw, okay? Islam Makhachev, in the time that Jones lost to Reyes and then beat Cyril Gane, he's beaten Drew Dober, Thiago Moises, Dan Hooker, Bobby Green, Charles Oliveira, Alexander Volkanovski again, and Dustin Poirier. And by the way, he finished all of them, aside from Volk in the first fight. So Dana White saying he's the number one pound for pound guy is just absolute bullshit. And you know what? Dana knows it himself. I'm 100% certain that Dana knows. Oh, but by the way, did you see that the UFC Instagram account, they uploaded like a top 10 pound for pound list and they put Islam on 1 after Dana's statement. So Dana catching strays even from his own like from his own organization's Instagram, man. Unbelievable. This man lost so much aura. But why is Dana lying, honestly? I think Dana just hypes up Jones because he thinks Jones is going to fight soon. He's been in talks with Jones and with Stipe. He's going to make that Jones fight happen soon, and he's probably going to look to even put Jones on that number one spot on the pound for pound, just to say, oh, our number one pound for pound guy, our GOAT, is fighting the best heavyweight to ever grace the UFC. So I think it's all just marketing, and if John Jones retires, Dana White would say, oh, he's the GOAT, he's the number one pound for pound guy. 2 weeks later, we're going to have Islam as the number one pound for pound guy again, and Dana's not going to talk about Jones again. Not because like what Jones has done is irrelevant, but because Jones is gone and there's nothing to fight. There's no money to be made from him. So yeah, it's all just marketing from Dana. It's bullshit. John Jones, most overrated fighter in UFC history. Thank you everyone for watching.
Any Portuguese?
I eat, I sleepy, and I train.
Hey Dana, I want a money fight. Give me Mayweather. Woo!
You just say Mayweather?
Yes, give me Mayweather.